Okay, we're back with another episode of High Rated Edison today. Today we have Kraken on 898 going up against Wualaboy on 862. So both duelists would have been inside the top 200s. Replay is a little bit odd, and it has been sent in by Wualaboy. You may remember this guy. He's kind of the resident cat player on the channel. Really cool guy to, he makes good content. Always fun to see. Wualaboy on the channel, always repping it with cat, never letting the deck go. And yeah, just a cool guy to interact with. So he has sent this one in, so I'm assuming they win. I'll say that. I'm assuming we are going to see cat win, but either way, I'm sure we'll have fun along the way. So opening hands are Necro Gardener, Mirror Force, Allure, Chaos Sork, and D Prison going up against D Prison, Heavy, Airbellum, Dust Shoot, D Prison, and Bottomless. Hand doesn't look great though, so we'll see it. Set Dust Shoot, set Bottomless now, pass, draw for turn is Braincon. Gonna Dust Shoot away, chooses the Necro Gardener. Yeah, I'd have maybe chosen the Chaos Sork with the Allure in hand, but okay. I think it's minimal difference, right? They're gonna Allure now, picks up Armor Knight and Vayu. That gives them some options, but they do choose the Chaos Sork. I think that's the good idea, because it at least means that your opponent has less hand knowledge than they did before. Armor Knight coming out now, that's going to dump the Necro and going to get in for 14. Yeah, main 2, sets the Mirror Force now, pass, draw for turn is the Raikou. They're going to set the Raikou, set the D Prison now, and pass, draw for turn is the Dust Shoot of their own. Oh, they haven't set enough cards to play under that Dust Shoot. That is a little unfortunate. Armor Knight going in now, that's going to get met with D Prison. They're going to set the Dust Shoot, set the D Prison, pass, draw for turn is Summon a Monk. Okay. Trap Dust Shoot. Yeah, I was going to say, you got to take the Monk, right, surely. Actually, maybe you don't. Maybe you leave the Monk and hope that they throw the Heavy at the Monk. And then you've got D Prison, Mirror Force. I guess they get... Oh, can I... Yeah, okay. I think it has to be Summon a Monk. But there's maybe an idea of saying, hit the Airbellum and see if they throw away the Heavy Storm into the Summoner Monk. I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea though. Okay, gonna pass. Just pass it back. Gonna bring out the Sirocco now. It's gonna get out with Bottomless. They're gonna pass again. Draw for turn is a Summoner Monk. Wow, there's no way. Didn't shuffle. No, you did shuffle. You definitely shuffled. Where is it? Summoner Monk. Return Summoner Monk. Shuffle deck. Yeah, you definitely shuffled. Okay, let's see if they pick it up. Oh yeah, really good. The Kraken picks it up. Kraken B picks it up. Yeah, so yeah, take the Summoner Monk, Wualaboy. Let's see it. Yeah, they have got the decision to make again still now though. Do they Heavy Storm into 2? And actually we can see that it would, it would work. There's no Starlight there, no Solemn there. Or do they hold a spell for the Monk? They're going to flip the Raikou. Taking out one might... Yeah. I mean, if you're worried about Starlight and you see that one of them is D Prison, that might be enough to make you confident there. Mills, Mirror Force, Avarice, and Spy. Spy is interesting. Maybe they are playing Dad and stuff in this as well. So Airbellum coming out now. Do they go for the attack into the Mirror Force? No, they're going to make the Android now. End phase. Or main 2. They're going to set the D Prison. End phase they're going to gain and they're going to pass. Yeah, I mean we can see that this is a battle trap, and they use Dust Shoot, so they know some of the hand. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think they might know all of the back row actually. So yeah, they know not to attack here. Pass. Draw for turn is the Caius now. Yeah, big think on this side. Going to go to end phase, just gain again. Pass, draw for turn is the Caius. Wow, Braincon Caius is huge here. So they're going to Braincon the Android. They're going to attack him for 24. And they're going to use the Caius to get rid of the D Prison. Yeah, and they've tried to shoot as well. So they probably knew that, Would you D Prison your own Android if you think you have a chance of getting it back? Probably not. So yeah, it's a really good conversion there from Kraken B. So they're going to set the Bottomless now, pass, draw for turn is at MST. Okay, so now they've got Heavy and a spell to pitch for Monk. That's pretty good if they want to go that way. They do. So they heavy the back road now. That's good. Summon a monk, yeah. Pitch the MST. Bring out the cat. Cat good. Air Bellum now. This is Arcanine. I'd probably bring this out in attack mode, you know. You're going to rip the hand anyway. And you're only using one token, one counter. So you may as well do the 14 damage, right? Right? 18 and 14 are basically the same. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'll bring that out and attack and do the damage. But, okay. Airbell, I'm going to rip the Vayu. And then go to Grave. Yeah, pass. Draw for turn is Rota. Rota's out the Armonite. Yeah, and actually, if it was in attack mode, they could have been crashed. So maybe they are right. Yeah, sends the Sirocco now. Brings out the Armed Wing. Yeah, okay. Okay, maybe it was right to bring out in defense. Okay, draw for turn is Instant Fusion. Instant Fusion with Caius, there's no way. So pay the 1,000, bring out your Ojama Knight. Okay. Whatever. Get a tribute for the Caius, get rid of that Armed Wing. That feels really good. That feels really, really solid there. Getting rid of the next Vayu material with 2 Siroccos already banished. And they're going to attack in into the Armonite. Chose not to Necro there, and actually we've just seen why. They've picked up the dad. Okay. Yeah, 3 Darks in Grave. And they've drawn the dad from the top. Wow. Okay, so banishes the Armonite, gets rid of that Caius, gets in for the 28 now. I don't know what draw can save you here. It's not that. Okay. Good game, good game. Let's get into game at number 2, where Wualaboy is going to get to go first. Okay, so opening hands are Chaos Orc, Mirror Force, Caius, Greffa, Plague. Wow, what a hand. I don't know how they win this game. They've got to win one. They wouldn't send me a replay where they go 0-2. Okay, Gale, Airbellum, Trap Stun, Solemn Brain, and Shadow Imprisoning. Okay, that's probably what does it. They're playing a lot of dark monsters though. So Shadow Imprisoning feels a bit weird actually. Because they're playing Gale, they're playing Summoner Monk, they're playing all kinds of stuff that they want to use their effects. Okay, so they're going to set the Airbellum, set the Solemn, set the Trap Stun, set the Shadow Imprisoning. I guess maybe they've got Trap Stun, Shadow Imprisoning. Okay. Draw for turn there is the Bottomless. They're going to set the Plague, set the Bottomless, set the Mirror Force, and pass it back. Draw for turn is the Mirror Force now. Okay, they're going to flip the Airbellum. That's going to get met with a Bottomless. That's going to get met with a Trap Stun. Gale can come out now. If Gale can get through this, which we can see it can, they are going to get a hand rip. So it gets through the Plague. They're going to rip the Caius. Nice. Nice. I really think Kraken B had to start Greffa, dump, Plague, as opposed to just set Plague. I think that's a really terrible way to start in this matchup. Knowing your opponent's on combo. Yeah, okay. Okay. So gets the rip of the Caius there, sets the Mirror Force, and passes. Draw for turn is a Law. A Law picks up Bottomless and Card Trooper. They're going to get rid of, yeah, I think the Greffa, right? Yeah. Card Trooper, see if you hit a light. But they are going to Solemn. Okay, nice. Nice. Yep. Sets the Bottomless now and passes. That Solemn feels crazy. It does feel kind of crazy to Solemn a Card Trooper. But I think it's just the advantage. You know the Chaos Orc? No, that was last game, right? Yeah, you don't know the Chaos Orc is in hand. But what you do know is that they've got like Plague and you've got Shadow Imprisoning for everything else. But yeah, the Solemn of a Card Trooper feels weird there when they've got a back row as well. I don't know. They're just it feels weird, but it sounds like it's going to work. And it definitely works if you draw freaking Starlight Road next to play around any heavy plays that you were worried about. Okay, Airbell I'm going to attempt to get in. That's going to get met with a Mirror Force now. They're going to set the Starlight and pass. Yeah, maybe they should have held off and attacked once the Starlight was already down for a turn, but yeah, chose not to. Okay, draw for turn is a Vayu now. Pass, draw for turn is a Law. Pass, draw for turn is Gauze. Yeah, Vayu's going to come down, gonna get to beating. That's 1 of 5. Could have been 2 of 5 if they'd done the last turn. Draw for turn is Mist Valley Soldier. Now I realise why Wualaboy sent me this one. The Mist Valley Soldier. So if you've never read this card before, I mentioned last time Wualaboy was on the channel that I hate them for this. No, I don't. They played Mist Valley Soldier in their Philly deck, I want to say. And I basically spent a whole weekend bulk diving to find my old ass copies of Hidden Arsenal, I think it is, Mist Valley Soldier. And it's a cool card, it's a really cool card, but that took me a whole weekend to find. So thank you, Wualaboy, and I see where you sent me this replay. It's a level 4 Winged Beast Tuna monster. At the end of the damage step, if this card battled an opponent's monster that was not destroyed, return that opponent's monster to the hand. You must control this face-up card to activate and resolve this effect. So it kind of works into like hamster, stuff like that. But it's kind of cool because it gets around deck Devi, which this deck struggles with. It's kind of intricate removal, and it's also a level 4 tuner. So, you know, works with all your brain cons, your mind con. You know, it works with a whole lot of stuff in your deck, so it's a really cool card to see. But yeah, I hope you guys also have to go bulk diving like I did on the back of seeing this. You're going to summon the Mist Valley Soldier out now. That's going to get met with a bottomless. Yeah, didn't even matter. Spent all that time talking about it. Didn't even matter. Pass. Draw for turn is the Cyber Dragon. They got to try and get that to the grave somehow for this Chaos Sword, but they're just going to start with the Vayu attack. Pass. Draw for turn is Cat. Cat good. See it. Air Bellum. And what's the other one? Another Rare Bellum, right? Have they not got 2? Okay, Raikou. Yeah, just gonna make an android here. Yeah, it feels like Hand Rip. Maybe it feels like Hand Rip would have been better. Maybe they side out of an Air Bellum? Okay, I don't know the deck that well, but Android's going to get into the Vayu now. Yeah, it takes them off. No, it puts them on Dad, actually. They're going to set the Allure as a bit of a bluff and pass after they get in a life points. Draw for turn is the Rotor now. Cyberdragon coming out. Yep. And now they've got Plague. Top deck. That's going to get met with a Shadow Imprisoning. Maybe you hold it and you really hope they go for Black Rose, but I guess Shadow Imprisoning's pretty good. I guess it's pretty good. Okay, pass. Draw for turn is MST. They've got Brain Con for nearly enough damage, but yeah, they do just seek to go in. Direct attack, end phase, gain. Pass. Draw for turn is the Gauze that they stacked for Plague. Pass. Draw for turn is the Summoner Monk. Yeah, they've just got to try and make this Gauze stick now. So, Allure for Dust Shoot Crow. Going to get rid of the Monk. Yeah, they've already gone through the Cat and they haven't seen an Avarice or anything like that. And also the Monks are dark. They're under their own Shadow Imprisoning. Okay, Battle Phase going to get in with the Android. That's going to get met with the Gauze. They're going to set the MST. And pass. Draw for turn is Cyber Dragon now. Yeah, what have they got back here? They've still got Mirror Force. Yeah, so they're still okay. They're still okay. Gauze to attack. Oh yeah, the Gauze can't use its effect to summon on field, but it can special summon itself, right? When this card is special summoned, yeah. Okay, that's why there's no token. Right, we figured it out. We can read. Okay, pass. Draw for turn is the Shadow Imprisoning. They're going to break on, and that's enough. Yeah. We saw that coming a mile off. Okay. Kraken Bee is going to get to go first. Let's see the hands. So it's Instant Fusion, Shadow Imprisoning, MST, Spy, and Braincon, Armonite Plague, Allure, Bottomless, Dad, and Armonite. Okay. That's really good hand. Okay. Allure into MST and Burial. Wow, even better. They're going to get rid of the Plague. I thought you got rid of an Armonite. No? Okay. Armonite's a Greffer. sorry, a Greffer, a Gardener. Sets the bottomless now and pass. Draw for turn is Avarice. Oh, looks a bit stinky. Okay, they're going to MST, hit the bottomless. They're going to set the Spy, set the Shadow Imprisoning and pass. Draw for turn is the Return. Yeah, they're going to Battle Phase. See that it's the Spy. Spy is going to bring out probably the Descendant. Yeah, Descendant's good here. They're going to set the MST and choose not to Armor Knight another Dark. I don't love that. I guess if this goes, they've got Return Dad. Yeah, maybe that's what they want to do. Okay. Yeah. So Descendant going to get rid of the Spy, try and hit the back row, reveals its MST. MST is going to go after the Shadow Imprisoning. They're going to summon the Kaiku. Okay, Kaiku's good here, right? It means that Gardener can't go off. So Kaiku in now. Yep. And banish the Gardener with its effect. And Descendant in for direct damage as well. Pass. Draw for turn is the Raikou. Yeah, they're going to Burial now. Oh, Burial for Dad here. I mean, it's not game. I don't think it's game. But it's not far off. Yeah, thumbs up, thumbs up. Dad comes out now. Yeah. Normal summon the Armor Knight. That's going to dump the Vayu. Yeah, they're going to pitch the... Okay, sorry, they're going to stack the Raikou. Yeah, I was going to say. To bring out the Plague now. They're going to use those for Goyo. I think Plague still gets banished under Kaiku, right? Goyo is going to take the Kaiku. Dad's going to get into the Descendant now. And they're going to set the Return and pass. Wow. Okay. I mean, if Wualaboy wins this, it's pretty good going. They've got the Brain Con, and they've got 2 Darks, I guess. So, let's see it. Okay, pick up his Airbellum. Gonna start with the Brain Con. Brain Con to take the Dad. Yep. Gonna Battle Phase into the Kaiku. They're gonna use the Necro for that. They're gonna normal summon the Airbellum. They're gonna Instant Fusion. Yeah, this is weird because they can't banish. Makes the Flame Ghost. Okay, yeah, this is good. They can Brio, and then they can pitch the Avarice, which wasn't doing anything. It's getting close to doing something, but it wasn't doing anything. Bounce back their own Kaiku, and then go after the board. Yeah, this is really solid. Yeah, Flame Ghost, tries to take out the Return. There's no way you activate this after Battle Phase. So, yeah, just lets that go. Then Descendant takes out the Goyo. And then Spy takes out the Dad before they have to give it back. So you leave the field with just your Brio. And a Kaiku, a normal summonable monster in hand. Wow. A normal summonable monster that also interacts with your opponent in ways they don't like. That's really cool. Really cool turn. Okay, the pickup return there is Raikou. We're going to set that pass. Draw for turn is Airbellum. You've got a choice now. Do you want to pitch the Kaiku and, you know, not rip the hand, but potentially would have been able to rip the hand, or do you want to just, you know, drop the Kaiku in now after you pitch the Airbellum? Yeah, this is cool. Kaiku in. This can take out some of the Grave. You take out the Vayu probably. Vayu and, yeah, Vayu and an Armor Knight. That's fine. Brio is going to get in now as well. Pass. Draw for turn is Charge. This doesn't do enough, does it? You can't banish. Charge, Mills, 2 Greffers and a Rota. Adds Raikou. It's just over. GG. GG. Yeah. What a duel. What a duel. This is Kenny. You know that. Kenny. Is that Kenny from I'm Nerd? Is that Kenny from I'm Nerd? I don't think I know their handle on DB. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what a freaking play. Now, obviously, you know, I'll caveat this that BrainCon's a hell of a card, right? But what a play with the Brio there to leave that whole board on a Brio only on my side. is crazy. So yeah, really cool game submitted by Wualaboy. If you want to send any replays, my my handle on DB is Akiza_Winnipeg. It's an old Farfa joke. Don't rip me too hard for that. Anything where you're against someone who's in the top 100, or you're in the top 100, 100, 200, around there, and someone's on something spicy, I'll definitely take a look at it and try and get it up on the channel. So do send those in. Really cool game though. I mean, we can see why Wualaboy thinks himself, and I agree, the king of the cat decks. This was crazy. I mean, the fact they're playing Shadow Imprisoning with a Gravekeeper package and stuff like Kaiku and probably Dad is kind of crazy. It's really, really weird, but they make it look easy. And then on this side, yeah, Krakenby, playing the kind of Vayu turbo deck that we've all come accustomed to. Some pretty solid plays, made it look really threatening, but actually, yeah, Wualaboy managed to carve that board up with the cat deck. Just unreal game. Really cool one to watch. Glad they submitted this.